I just really want us to play free. I think Wednesday night was a really good viewing of what we can do. Like, no pressure, we played our own game and everyone just played their role and had fun, and we killed it. So our ground, let's use the space, let's use the ground that we know well, use CSL, but play with freedom. No one needs to be a hero today, just go and play your role and play it well, that's it, and support each other. And I think just a reflection on sort of the noise that's happening today, you know, I think we need to really play with respect and play with some gratitude that we get to be out here today, all of us, and to be up against some fierce opponents. So just support each other and enjoy the game. 100%.
Alright, how are we feeling?
Good. How are you?
I'm feeling good. Alright, revenge tour. Alright, so for those of you that weren't here on Wednesday, during our preview, so obviously now it's the second half of the season, we played everybody once, we understand what we expect from each team, and we need to continue to show our growth that we've shown. Right, now clearly when we played them the first time this year, first game of the season, played relatively well, didn't get the result. There were definitely some areas that we need to improve on. Okay, but within that, we're here to get our revenge. All right. So on the way out, everybody in here's got a ticket. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Very good. Sir. Get your ticket stamped on the way out because we're going on tour. So in order for this to be successful. So again, last week we had the power source bars, and this week we got our tickets. Right. In reality, what's it all about?
Fun.
Buying in to a similar concept that everybody knows that once you run out on the field, you can trust everybody else that's out there because they've got the same mindset as you. All right, so a successful tour needs a collective to be all in, not just one in, all in. Okay, so you've got to have that mindset through the entire day. Our focus points are really, really simple. We don't need to overcomplicate anything because the last 3 to 4 weeks of footy, we've been doing the little things right and it's led to success on the field, okay? Keep our compete, 80 tackles, we've hit it the last 2 weeks, got to make it 3 straight. When our pressure's up, when our hot defence is up, the same thing that we've taught since November, December in pre-season, we're showing that we can match it with any side and we can beat any side, okay? 80 tackles is the target, 1 per minute. It's very simple, okay? What does it mean when I say I don't want robots? We've spoken about it a lot.
Don't be stiff, just play with freedom.
Just play with freedom. But understanding that if there's a spare player there to take, you can't stand and watch. Even if it's not you that goes to play on that spare player, communicate with someone else to make sure that they do. Because that's the only way that they're going to beat us today, is if we're not communicating, letting them do what they want. If we control it, we'll be the team that's on top. No refunds on this tour, okay? And what I mean by that is, get your ticket, paid $0, but you're getting no refunds on it regardless.
Actually do a refund.
Point being, with us today, the reality is if we don't step up and make the tour a good start, it's over before it starts. We have to get this result. And that's not pressure, that's not nerves, that's confidence in your ability and confidence in what we can do as a team. No other results acceptable today bar a win. And if we do the simple stuff right, it'll happen. Well, I'm clear?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Right, get your ticket stamped on the way out.
Please. Let's go.
VIPs only.
moment, it seems to be open field pressure on that side. Again, we're not necessarily getting drawn up too far, but we're not quick enough to cover that side of the ground. So that comes from mids as well, right? They aren't necessarily getting over, so then they're having to come up to the field.
And then we get an extra number at that next contest. Does that make sense? Yeah. Tashi, awesome work. Keep feeding, mate. All right, great stuff. Just be mindful with our swaps. Let's really communicate who we're on. Okay, Lance and Morgie always have those target plays.
The main thing for this quarter, our main focus is we've got to be so tight on their half backs. Because they're going to just be predicting the ball's going to just be moving their way. And if we're lazy and we give them 5-10 metres and they run forward and get forward half and start hitting up their forwards and or even getting on the end of a few goals or something, that's not going to be good enough. So what we're going to do is we'll be really focused on just, it's more of a defensive mindset this quarter.
Yeah.
Okay?
All right, inside.
Well, let's go in. First thing, number one at the top of the board, we're winning the ball at the source. We clearly dominated that quarter, a bit of a breeze to help, but we were the ones setting the tone, so really good because that's what we spoke about. Best first quarter we've had.
Yeah.
Within that, our entries inside 50 a little bit wasteful. We've got to find that middle ground. We're either going too deep to the pocket or we're going too short 40 out and it's bouncing back out the other way. And what's also happened is they've had number 75 sitting as that span that we've dumped it through 3 times. So our forwards need to branch out more when we've got entries. Okay? Within that, our open ground pressure needs to lift. The only time they got that goal was when they chained up on that far wing, 2-3 handballs, coming forward to defend well, but just not impacting. So you've got to hit a body when that's the case. They're probably going to dominate a little bit of territory this quarter with the breeze, so you've got to make sure you stick tight to your opponent, right? We don't need to completely go into our shell. We still want to play our way, but play the conditions. If we realise that it's getting stuck in this pocket and we're kind of trapped in our own half, slow it down, play down the line, contest it like this. But if we've got time to go, we go, yeah? All right? Don't get frustrated. If this quarter they're getting a few dodgy free kicks in their forward 50 and it's getting stuck down, get it out, do not lose your head. Composure for 20 minutes. We had the better opportunities. We didn't capitalise as much as we'd like to, but we can't let them get a head start just because we're going to get frustrated. Okay? Keep your heads and we're going to get on top. Right?
That was a big win, yeah? That was a really big win. We had the ball the whole time. Awesome win. Be really proud of that quarter. That was unreal. All right, that quarter's done another 20 minutes. We start again.
Every contest.
Those first 5 minutes was unreal. That's exactly what we talked about. We went so hard. Everything was positive, yeah? We'll kick a few more goals. We'll have a go, but we back you forwards in to do it. And we back the middies together there, and the back line will stop them, yeah?
Let's do it.
Right through as a team. Let's go!
Go. What are we on tour? Yeah.
What are we on? What are we on? Lions on 3!
Come on.
especially when they had stoppages in our back half, we were just too loose. Yeah, we had numbers there, which was awesome, but we just didn't communicate where we were going. Right? Wingers in space, just run. Just run and take the game on. J-Mac as well, good. You can run and bounce if you want, mate, just go. Alright, that's what we're after.
I touched on it at the start of the game about it's not over-committing and only setting one up. Fucking awesome. Right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying people are actually reading the footy better than their calls are. Right? We're sitting back and taking almost uncontested marks because instead of flying and getting worried about what they're doing, we're focusing on the footy. Okay?
We're just taking it on, and it's really fun. Taking it on, like we're winning it so much. Yes, that quarter was really hard, but just taking it on and having a bit of fun is awesome.
Eyes up. Good quarter against the Breeze. They kicked 1 goal, and they really only had 3 or 4 opportunities, so we held up really well considering, alright? Competing hard. That's all we've asked for, and we're doing it well. Okay, tackle numbers when we watch back to film, I guarantee we're probably around that 35-40 mark, so halfway to where we wanted to get to, so that's really good. Great with the footy as well against the Breeze. Those few plays where we got J-Mac and Dukes and Slinky out on our far side to really open the game up against the Breeze, it's good at showing courage with the footy, right? Because it's a tough Breeze to kick into. Now it's back on our terms, okay? Now we have to dominate this quarter. So we've got to make reward of all the good work we're doing up the ground, we've just got to make sure that we capitalise, okay? Simple message. Opening up with the Revenge Tour is done. That first half, pre-show entertainment if you'd like, time for the main show. And that's the reality. You got 40 minutes, we've got 40 minutes to make sure the main act that we dish up is the one that makes sure the tour keeps going. And it's all on us. It's all within our control. That's the best thing possible. You don't have to rely on anybody else. We don't care about them. We don't care about other teams in the comp. We dictate this 40 minutes and it sets up our season. What do you want it to be? All right? All we've got to do is lay the first punch in every aspect. Lay the first tackle, win the first clearance, kick the first goal. We're in control of everything, okay? Got to make reward of our work, okay? Get the first everything, be loud, and let's have a good quarter. Jumper in each hand. The desire that we showed that quarter is the only reason that we got the reward on the scoreboard. Awesome work. Awesome work. But don't let that be enough, because it's not. If you think it's over, you need to get a reality check. We've got 20 minutes to play and win this. Okay? Haven't done anything yet. Head over the footy equals free kicks. I've got girls coming up saying I'm sore on top. Absolutely, because you're putting your head over the ball and you're playing courageous footy. That's all we ask. Okay? You get the reward. We need to be loud for everything. We need to celebrate everything. We might not be kicking 5 goals this quarter, but if we're laying a tackle, smother on, laying a bump, that's when we're loud. Okay? Simple stuff. Come on. Let's go. Look this game out. Let's start with that same desire. Do not lay the foot off. All right? Let's go.
Push hard, guys.
Revenge tour's off to a good start, isn't it? I'm super proud of the way that we played across the 4 quarters. Right, as I said at half time, trailing on the scoreboard, but the way that we went about it showed that we were set up for that second half. Okay, so really, really happy with that. Yeah, it's a great thing to move into. Again, we've got to buy this coming week, so we'll be able to reflect on it well, do some more mid-season review stuff. But this last month and a bit of footy, you should take a lot of confidence out of it, and it should be validation, as we said, for each of your pieces of work that you've done to get to this point. Right, so it's growth that you're showing individually, and we're getting the rewards as a group as well. But be happy with this, enjoy this, because as we said, anytime we get a win, we should enjoy it with each other.
Yeah.
All right.
Love it.
Good stuff.